What's good, YouTube? It's the Casual Gamer here, back again with another video. This one, surprise video. Honestly, I didn't know I was going to make this video today, but I feel like it has to be made because somebody has to say it. I just want to talk about XDefiant. I want to be honest about XDefiant. This is going to be a ranting video, so if you feel like I'm complaining, okay. But this isn't me just complaining about a game to complain about a game. This is me complaining about a game that I see can be the future. But they have a lot of stuff to fix. I don't even think fix is the right word, actually. They have a lot of stuff to figure out. They're doing a lot of fixing things, but they're not figuring stuff out. They're working harder, but not smarter. This is coming from somebody who's really been playing XDefiant a lot. Like, it's really all I've been playing with all the time that I've had to play games. And I praise this game so much, but I'd be foolish to act like this game is anywhere close to perfect. Nothing's perfect, but anywhere close to being ready to compete with Call of Duty. And I guess that's where I'll start. And that is coming from somebody who is an avid Call of Duty hater. I hate what Call of Duty has turned into, but I have to be realistic. XDefiant, Ubisoft, where your game stands right now, you guys are not ready for the storm that's about to come in October. Whether Call of Duty is good or bad, it really does not matter. If you guys do not want to lose all your players by October, you guys have to fix the little things. It's the little things. Why does my faction just stop working in the middle of a game? Every day this happens. Every day I play XDefiant, it happens at least 2 times, maybe more. Why does the faction just stop working? And now I'm hearing other people say that their lethal grenade stops working in the middle of the game. Little things. This has been a bug in the game since it came out. This is not a new bug. This has been in the game. Why is this not? I think a patch note just dropped today. Why was this not in the patches? Why is there no information on it? Tell us you're working on it. You're a shooter game with no kill streaks, which I love. But a part of having no kill streaks, it's important that the faction ability works all the time. Like there's no room. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not about to coddle this. I'm not about to coddle this game because this game is great. I'm not about to coddle it. Oh, it's a free game. They're working on it, blah, blah, blah. No. Factions are way too big of a deal to just glitch out the way that they do. Now I have to switch my faction, lose my percentage towards my special, start all over, and then switch back. Like, you guys, that's not okay. I don't get how a game was comfortable enough to drop their whole first season knowing that this was a glitch inside the game and still is a glitch inside the game in a game that's heavily based around factions. Imagine to the people that happens to in ranked, and I'm going to talk about ranked later because I talked about it in another video briefly, but I've said before it's a shit show, but we'll get to that later. Factions are too important to ever be glitched out. In the last week I've been playing, I play with a lot of people from around the world, and it's been common. At least 2 people, like if I'm playing in a 6-man, at least 2 people are going to have their game crash. Game crashing in the middle of games? Come on now. It's the little things I said at the beginning of this video. It's the little things. I know I sound like I'm complaining right now, but like I said, I play with a lot of people from around the world every day, different people. These little things turn people away from the game. They will rather go play something else, even if it's not Call of Duty, because that's the thing about XDefiant. XDefiant hits so hard because it took a lot of Call of Duty players because we were excited to have a game without skill-based matchmaking. It's people also on XDefiant who stopped playing COD years ago because they're smart. Unlike us, we just keep falling for their same bullshit. They're smart. They've been stopped playing COD, so they know it's toxic already. So all of these little things, all these little glitches in XDefiant turns them away from the game. They rather go play something else. I see it every day. The small leverage that XDefiant has over Call of Duty, which is the matchmaking, is not going to be enough to survive October because I just said, me included, like this year I'm going to play Call of Duty because it's just free. So that's just, all the people who are just done with Call of Duty, they're going to try it this year because it's free. But even if it wasn't free, even if it was just another $70 drop, I can't say confidently that XDefiant is good enough for people to not still buy the game. And that's not really on XDefiant. That's just on this brain dead Call of Duty community who's just going to keep putting their money into it. I've been part of it before. I keep buying the game when I know I'm only going to play it for like 2 months till I'm burnt out. And that's really what I want to say to XDefiant. Like, you guys don't want your game to be the game that people go play when they're burnt out of Call of Duty. You want to have a game that's good enough to keep people on it, even while Call of Duty is out. And unfortunately, no matter how much I love XDefiant, it's just not there yet. October is going to come, and so they're going to lose so much players. I already see the numbers dropping. It's the little things, man. Spider bots. What are we doing with spider bots? It's changed like 3 times in the last however many weeks how we deal with spider bots. Ubisoft, here is an idea. Until you guys figure out how you want this faction to work, or even if it's necessary in the game, just take it out. Instead of switching it, 1 week I could shoot it off, the next week I can't, the next week my teammate has to shoot it off. It's just confusing. Do you know how much times I have to answer somebody's question that I'm playing with? They join the party. Like, everybody's not on social media to keep up with your guys' stuff. Like, that's the creators. We keep up with stuff, social media, YouTube. Everybody's not doing that. Some people strictly just play the game, and I am speaking for those people right now. They are tired of it. They're tired of coming back on the game and then something being different than it was the last time, and then being different than it was the last time. Oh wait, it's back how it was the first time. They're tired of it. But yeah, back to spider bots. Figure out what you want to do with spider bots, or take them out the game and see how the game plays without them. I guarantee you, if you guys took spider bots out the game for a week, figured out how you guys want them to actually work, how you want people to deal with them, how much power you want them to have to make it balanced for both sides, take it out the game. What's funny is when you take it out the game, I guarantee no one is going to complain about not having the spider bot faction inside the game anymore. All right, let's talk about ranked, man. Like, this is where they really fumbled at. Like, honestly, overall, maybe season 1 should have just waited a little longer, because I just feel like they dropped season 1 still. This game still feels like it's in beta mode a little bit. And now we're rolling in the season, but it still feels incomplete. Ranked feels incomplete. I don't want to play ranked right now because I know that there's going to have to be major changes by season 2. And if there's not major changes by season 2, then they could just say goodbye to that whole player base, because people are not going to keep playing ranked as it is right now. It's just nowhere close to where it needs to be for a competitive mode. And you can't do anything to change it during the season. Like, once, like, okay, pubs, you could change stuff all you want, but you don't want to be changing a whole bunch of stuff inside ranked during the season, because that just becomes unfair. And I think that they know that. So now we have to wait till season 2 for these rank changes that need to happen. Honestly, just reset. Why did they... Why would a whole team be able to run one faction? That's really what we need to talk about. Like, that's the main problem in ranked right now from what I'm hearing. That's the main problem that I've seen from the few games I played. What is fun? What is competitive about the whole team running one faction? You have 6 factions on this game. Your game is literally crafted for this. Like, it's a no-brainer to me. I don't know how they didn't playtest this and realize that this is a perfect setup. You have 6 factions. It's 4 people on the team. Each person uses one faction, and there's 2 factions left over if anybody wants to switch. How hard is that? Why would that not be the way that this game works in a ranked mode? Having it set up like this, the way that I just explained, 1 player per faction, and then you still have 2 more you could switch to if you have to. It promotes strategy. Teams get to figure out which player is running which faction, who's best with which faction. That's what ranked is about. There's nothing strategic about 4 people using the same shield faction, bro. Like, there's nothing strategic about that. There's no layer of communication in there. It's just, that's cheesy. Why? Why would you bring that into a ranked mode? Like, I think there has to be a way to... The thing about ranks, it has to separate from your public mode somewhere. And I appreciate them for not restricting a whole bunch of guns like Call of Duty. Like, Call of Duty ranked, you can only use like fucking 4 guns. Like, okay, I appreciate them. We're allowed to use any gun we want, any attachment we want. Cool. But you guys have to have something that makes it different from public, or else we're just playing 4-on-4 public with the sweatiest people ever who are just going to exploit the game. You cannot get mad at the players for exploiting a game because it's a ranked mode. They're competitive players. They're going to do anything to win. So if that means they have to exploit the game because everybody else is exploiting this, like whole teams are using shields, like you're not going to win without doing it, now we have to do it. That's not the player's fault. That's the game's fault for not thinking this through before dropping a serious ranked mode. Right now, ranked is unserious. And like I said, nothing on the players. This is completely on the developers of the game, because you guys left the door open for your game to be exploited the way it's being exploited in ranked mode right now. I don't know how this wasn't tested out. I don't know if they ran tests and maybe they thought that 4 people using the same faction was going to be a good idea. I just know that doesn't create too much strategy. That sounds like exploitation to win, not strategy to win, not figuring out who's good with what to win, because your game is literally set up for people to use different factions. Everybody could play a role if you guys set it up like that. And that needs to be the division between ranked and public. Public, okay, let people use whatever they want. Whole team can use spider bots. Whole team can use shields. Cool. Public. Ranked, there has to be something. There has to be a line there, and I think that's the line. Faction limits, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say for ranked. Faction limits. I don't care. You could let people use the most overpowered classes, MP7 all day. I don't care about that. I know that ranked would play so much smoother. First of all, you guys have to fix factions in general, because you can't have factions not work, just stop working during ranked. That's not good. The fact that that's still in the game, we talked about that earlier. But the fact that that's still in the game while you're ranked is very heavily based on factions. That's not good. But faction limits, that's all I'm going to say. That's 2 words to try to fix ranked in Season 2. And I hope that they do it. What else? Career stats still do not work. I don't know, you guys. This might have been... Has it been like 2-3 weeks now since career stats? Like, did career stats just stop working like after the first day of Season 1 dropping? That's not good. I'm telling you guys, I play with a lot of people, talk to a lot of people who play this game around the world. Nobody is happy that stats are frozen right now and we're not getting any word about it. Especially when your biggest flex as a game is just not having skill-based matchmaking. You know what? People are playing, people are getting win streaks, and they are upset that they cannot see where their win-loss ratio is, where their KD is. They're getting better at the game. They're not able to track this stuff right now. Nobody knows if they're tracking this stuff right now. It's not even working on the tracker website. So career stats is frozen, the tracker website is frozen. What is going on with stats? Why have we not been told anything? Like, I'm sorry. Am I complaining? I know. I told you guys I was going to be ranting and complaining this video, but these are the little things that they need to fix if they want to survive October. If they want to be taken serious as their own entity and not just the game that people go play when they're burnt out from Call of Duty, that's what they have. They have 2 choices, like XDefiant. Do you guys want to be an established game, your own game, XDefiant, or do you guys just want to be the game that people go play when they need a break from Call of Duty? Because unfortunately, the reality is, like I said, I'm tired of Call of Duty myself, but a lot of people are tired of Call of Duty. They're still going to play the game. The game's been around too long. They're an established title. Regardless of how we feel about it, regardless if we know it's BS, they're not going anywhere. And if XDefiant seriously wants to compete with that through these years, through the next however many years, and establish themselves, all of these little bugs have to go. And I know it's still early, but little bugs at the beginning can destroy a game. I'm telling you right now, I only play this game for about 3 or 4 hours a day if I get that. I see at least one person turn away from this game due to one of these little bugs I talked about in this video. Due to one of these things. There's more little bugs too that I didn't even get to, but I don't want to make this video too long. You guys get the point. The point of this video is I want to see this game succeed. But they have so much to fix, and they need to be fixed early on. They need to be figured out. Like I said, like, I don't even think fix is the right word. I think that they have things to figure out and establish. They need to establish these things, how a lot of these things work, why a lot of these things happen early on, because people will turn away from the game if you guys are constantly in a state of fixing things instead of figuring it out. Figure it out, stick with it. And I guess the other thing that I could talk about, man, like, we all know this one too, the hit registration, like, it needs to be way better. I thought they had did like a patch early on in preseason, like where they talked about just at least being able to get behind walls. If I'm behind the wall on my screen, why am I still being killed like I'm not behind the wall? A problem that's been a thing, that was a thing in Call of Duty for a very long time, sometimes still is, but it's very bad on this game. Like, it brings me back to like OG Modern Warfare 2. OG Modern Warfare 2 like had that problem. You're behind the wall, but it just doesn't register that you're behind the wall, and you can see it on the kill cam. The problem is in this game, no kill cam, so we don't even get to try to make sense of it. We can't even gauge like how we're supposed to move to avoid this. Hopefully it gets better with time, but man, yeah, it's pretty bad still. You guys, I think I've said everything I've needed to say. I think I've gotten my point across and my message across to Ubisoft, XDefiant, the creators. If anybody hears this, I want to see you guys survive October. I don't want to see this game be completely dead by October. Because whether Call of Duty is good or bad, people are going to play that game unless you guys give us something to not even leave, to not even want to leave. I don't want to see this game just become Call of Duty's backup. That's pretty much it. And right now, if they keep going on the track that they are on, that's exactly what they're going to become. But they deserve so much more because the gameplay and everything, it just has so much potential. It's such a good game. It's just the little things, man. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see fixed in this game. Actually, I want to ask ranked players out there, people who are suffering through the ranked right now, how bad is it? Is it really that bad? I've only played like a few games. The few games that I played, it was a shit show. I'm not going to lie. But let me know how it's running right now. Let me know overall how you guys feel about the game, where you guys think it's headed. Do you guys feel like it's going to survive October? Is it going to survive Black Ops 6 dropping? Black Ops 6, like I said, whether good or bad, it's gonna be the same bullshit, but they got that title, Call of Duty. It's Black Ops. Like, people are gonna play the game, and I want to see this game survive that. Comment what you think this game needs to do to survive October. It's the Casual Gamer, and I'm out.